So I show up on a flight to my client and find my flight is delayed by 3 hours. So I figured I needed to fill my time with something. I thought I'd drop a little video. Let me tell you a story about back when I was in junior high. I was in the 7th grade mixed choir. Always a hit to play or sing kind of popular tunes, pop songs of the day. And it was important to have not just a piano accompaniment, but it really made it pop on a pop song to have some drums. Well, the drummer was in 9th grade and graduating, and there were no other drummers in the choir. And the choir director then recruited a few of us, myself and 2 or 3 of my other friends, who had some interest in drumming, and said, "Hey, I can train you to be the drummer for the choir." We thought that was a great idea. He said we would have classes after school and learn how to play the drums. So with permission of my parents and spending a little money to get some drumsticks, I was all excited to become, a drummer. Drummers are cool. And we showed up for our first session, and there's the drum set sitting over there, and we didn't touch it. He handed us these practice pads, and he said, "Here's how you hold the sticks, and here's how you make them bounce, and here's how you do a basic tap." And he had us sitting there basic tapping, and we were kind of getting frustrated because, we wanted to play the drums. And he reminded us that the basic techniques are needed. You have to master the basic techniques before you can go on to bigger things, go on to better things, and become a real drummer. I have helped many clients attempt to do agile things, and it's interesting to me that we seem to have forgotten the basics, not just about agile, but about other things like actual craftsmanship in writing code, or the basics of human relationships from manager to employee. Many companies and organizations want to scale up and do scaled agile or do big and fabulous things, and I don't fault them for that desire. The difficulty comes when we're not willing to stop for a minute and practice the basics. Do we have a good relationship with our employees? Are you able to actually have a stand-up that's productive and not just a status meeting? All these are kinds of questions that are kind of the basics. So when you look at an organization and say, yeah, I have 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, however big it is, and you decide, I'm going to do big fancy things, but I don't have time for training, and I don't have time for this, and I don't have time for that, it's just not going to work. You have to make time for the basics. You have to make time for practice. So don't jump to the expert level. You won't make it. You will make mistakes, and the mistakes will tend to be bigger when you don't stop and practice the basics. Then we can all be famous drummers.